Welcome to the fourth module of capacity building of tea growers. In this module, we shall discuss the land preparation and planting of tea. Land preparation before planting tea is a very important operations. Proper care should be taken at the time of land preparation and clearing. The land available for planting tea is of three types: virgin land, uprooted land and marginal land. Virgin land is one of which has never been used for any cultivation but has been under forest or grassland. This type of land is very suitable for tea cultivation because such soils are very fertile and have very good physical characters. So when virgin land is not available for cultivation of tea, then land under old tea or other crops is replanted after uprooting the old tea bushes or the other crops. Now, how to prepare the land in virgin land? The soil of the proposed virgin land should be tested at least 1 year ahead of planting to determine its suitability for tea cultivations. The areas having more than 2% gradient of slope, layout of field drains, roads should be strictly according to the topography of the land. In such areas, topographical survey by competent surveyor is necessary to survey the area to identify the catchment and the topographical features like main and subsidiary water channels and ridges. So, during clearing the land, the care should be taken catchment wise. If the entire catchment cannot be cleared or if it is not required to clear at the time, the clearing should be done from the top to the lower portion of the catchment. The big trees of the area should be killed one season ahead by adopting a method called ring barking. So what is a ring barking? The ring barking is the killing of big tree in which the entire root system dies. And the dead trees after felling should be uprooted completely by removing their stem and the entire root system. Now, how to prepare land for marginal and uprooted land? So, in tea cultivation, what happens? The continuous monocropping of tea for many years and may destroy the physical condition of soil and make the soil compact with decreased fertility status. The fertility status may be easily rectified by addition of nutrient externally. However, the improvement of the physical condition of the soil is a long-term process. So, in such areas or in such lands, soil rehabilitation is required to treat the physical condition of the soil. So, what is soil rehabilitations? The main objective of soil rehabilitations are to increase the soil aeration, to improve the soil physical condition and to increase the organic matter content of the soil. And normally the soil rehabilitation can be done by growing some suitable species and especially the species of grasses for a reasonable period, and this period may range from 18 to 24 months. Now come to the part planting. Planting is very simple operation, but if we don't do it properly, then it will cause serious problems in the later stages of the tea plantations. During plantations, various factors need to be considered. These are like age and size of plant. Healthy and vigorous nursery plants should be selected for field planting. Generally, plants with at least 12 to 15 leaves or 40 to 60 centimeter height having pencil thickness are ideal for planting. Usually between 10 to 12 months from sowing of seeds or planting of cuttings, the nursery plants are ready for the field planting. The second factor is choice of planting materials. It is very important to select the right types of planting materials suitable for the particular regions or area. If we are using clones, then one should be very careful in choosing the clones. Okay, it is advisable to choose those clones which are performing well in a specific or in a particular area. However, seed varieties may be selected for planting without much considerations. The next is the spacing. The recent trend in planting is to accommodate as many as plant as possible per unit area of land. In the early days of tea industry in India, tea was planted 150 centimeter to 180 centimeter apart in square pattern. Triangular or diagonal planting was a later development to accommodate more bushes in a given area with the same spacing. Rectangular or hedge planting is more recent introduction to the countries of Southeast Asia, although this method was practiced in all tea growing countries since long ago. The spacing and arrangement of plants are dependent on steepness or slopiness of the area, fertility status of the soil, liability of water stress, growth characteristics of the planting material, etc. The practical necessity of providing easy access of pluckers to all parts of the field also enters into the considerations. Basically, 14,000 to 18,000 plants per hectare is considered to be desirable plant populations for a high early yield and quick ground coverage, and it should not exceed 20,000 plants per hectare. We should limit the plant below 20,000. To accommodate 20,000 bushes, planting will have to be done in staggered double hedges at 60 cm spacing, leaving a minimum gap of 105 cm between the hedges. But such planting is possibly only in flat or gently sloping land where water stress is not or waterlogging is not a problem. The recent recommendations is that the minimum spacing between plants in a row and between rows should be 60 cm and 105 cm respectively. The spacing between rows should not be less than 105 cm. If the spacing is less than that, it will create problem during plucking and other intercultural operations. Now come to the methods of planting. Basically, two methods of plantings are followed in tea plantations. These are pit planting and transplanting. So what is pit planting? Pit planting is followed when the spacing between plants is sufficiently large enough to allow large pits to be dug without difficulties. The pit should be 45 cm wide, 45 cm deep, circular and straight wall. In the rainy seasons, it is not desirable to dig pit in advance and leave them as such. So now what is transplanting? Transplanting may be adopted for closer spacing and for the heavy soils. Trenches of 30 cm wide and 45 cm deep are dug along the rows. This is in a nutshell about land preparation and planting of tea. In the next module, we shall discuss about young tea management. Thank you.